All right, hello everybody. Greetings and salutations. We got everybody here. Everything seems to be working. I think we are good to go. So, you know, we're ready. Welcome, welcome. And yeah, we're gonna fire up like right now. So with that, sit back, enjoy, and here we go. Yeah, so speaking of individuals who are very well acquainted with their fame, who can recall what happened last time?
I'll give it a shot. Um, so first, Kozik and Opal and Niavara woke up in the tavern, in the bedroom where they were meant to be, where they should be. Um, and everyone but Kozik had some part of a hangover going on. And then I think they went downstairs and they met with like Marlon and Moxie and Monty. And then if you go pan the camera over to where we thought we were in the tavern, we woke up at Gumdra's. And I think first Veldrin woke up and talked with Gumdra. And then
Mhm.
little one woke up myself and Zed, sorry, and Zed. And we had quite a conversation with Gumdra. Um, if not infuriating, I suppose it could be called delightful if you could get some delight out of the infuriating way that Gumdra talked. And then let's see, we all decided to go. Well, we were informed that we were needed to do some work around the place, but we said, well, first we're going to need breakfast, and so ultimately we all walked over to back to the tavern with Gumdra, and she had like legions of fans uh coming at her in the street and just like, oh, Gumdra. And um so we all headed over to back to the tavern, and then we all got to the tavern and we ate breakfast and talked about stuff I don't remember, and then we headed back to do some chores at what turned out to be not Gumdra's house, but her cousin, air quotes, which we later found out like she calls everybody cousin, and so I don't even think she knew the person whose house it was. And got us to just clean up the house, and we started having some fun with that. Nirvara was trying to figure out a button to steal, and Sari was practicing her sword moves as she was swabbing the decks, and that's the last thing I can remember. I can't quite remember how it ended, if anyone else can remember.
Well, we were finally going to leave. We had joined up with our dear guide, and we ended the
Right.
session literally about to head out.
Right. Anything else we missed?
Alrighty. Unless there's anything else anybody
I
can
don't think
recall.
so. Grabbing my headphones.
Okay. Oh, there we are. We're about to head out. Marlon's
Alrighty.
going to lead the way, and I think Gumdra's coming with us, but I can't remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if she's going all the way to Chronosis with us or she were dropping her somewhere else. I can't remember.
yeah, she's coming with. I think she doesn't technically live in this town. Oh, the illusion that she was, she had accidentally killed the fan that she was living with.
Accidentally killed the fan she was living with.
like the house that she was in doesn't actually belong to her.
Yeah.
We never saw the person. Niavara failed a critical investigation check that Gumdra's PC player described as, "Oh, that would have been juicy."
It would have been.
Meaning, I am only left to imagine like, oh, there's a body in there.
Well, we cleaned up, so we didn't find it. I guess it's hidden well.
Did we clean up, or did we just, move the garbage around a little bit?
Well, Mildred gave up on the laundry at some point.
Yes.
Dad and I swabbed the decks. I think we did pretty well. I think the dishes got done.
The dishes did get done, Sir Kozik. Oh wait, no, Kozik was the only one of us who didn't wash.
Oh
We
no,
did-
he did not come. He was elsewhere.
With
He was
Niavara.
like, nope.
That was
I'm good.
Opal that did the dishes.
No. Yeah, Opal did the
Yes,
dishes.
right.
Sorry. This is a Opal erasure.
Almost, Kozik almost got stolen valor. So messed up.
I was looking for Niavara out there.
Yeah, 100%. I hope you found her by now.
She'll probably be coming into town soon, coming around the mountain.
When she comes. Yeah. I'm sure we'll find her. She turned out.
But then I met up with Marlin and we went to go get supplies and whatnot.
All right.
Now we're back to it. Game start. Probably. God.
All right.
I don't know why I close my window. It's so
What?
cold now.
You're getting
I'm talking to myself.
kind of sounds like you're getting
close the
further away
window.
from your mic, so having to
Sorry.
listen a little harder.
Slowly walking away from the microphone.
You weren't supposed to hear it at all. I was supposed to be muted. My
There you go.
All right. So we had essentially left off with you guys pretty much ready to head out. Gumdra had the luxury of Marlin assisting her with the very long list of suitcases and bags and what have you, to which
Oh,
he just
yeah.
threw everything in a bag of holding. And we're essentially, basically, we're just picking up just as you guys are planning to head out. And as the camera, pans in from its cloudy vision and zooms in on this little friendly town of Moxx, and it zooms in even further on the small group of adventurers preparing to leave. And I suppose the question is, actually, we'll just roll it out. So Marlin, after he puts everything in the bag of holding, he would hand it over to Gumdra with a wink. And look to you guys, and because I think everybody was still in Moxie's bar, when all this went down, because y'all were reconvening. And so he just kind of stands up, dusts himself off. So, are we ready to go?
Right, mate, we're ready.
You folk got any last minute things you got to do here? Because we're gonna be gone for a good bit. So once we get started, there's not really much turning back.
think that we're all right. Is there
No,
anything else?
no, lead on.
We're
All right.
absolutely ready.
So he would, upon the party's confirmation, he would head outside, back into the cold, away from the luxury of warmth and alcohol, so technically warmth in more than one avenue. And he asks you guys to wait a couple of minutes while he goes and retrieves his cart. Basically leaving you guys outside to, I mean, unless there was nothing anybody want to RP out or interact with each other or voice any concerns or anything.
No, we're good.
All right. So a couple minutes pass, and Marlin makes his way back to you guys with this cart and what looks like a very fuzzy looking, like, imagine imagine a ram, but much bigger and has a much thicker coat. So it's almost like a just a fuzzball, but it is about the size of a mule, maybe a little bit bigger. Um, and it just seems like it's pulling the cart. Just another beast of burden. And and the wagon. So the cart that he's pulling is one of those, like, it's a wagon, so it could safely hold everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because it can safely hold. Yeah. Not, it won't be comfortable. It looks like it was intended for, you could probably fit about 6 people. So one person might have to, squeeze a little bit, but it's not
So,
like
but it,
you're like canned sardine kind of situation.
so does this beast though, like it's like probably going walking pace, right? Like if Sari just wanted to walk alongside, she could, and it's not going faster than walking, right?
Not currently, but you've probably not necessarily seen something like this before, so you're not necessarily sure how fast it could go, but it's a beast of
All right.
burden, so could go faster, it might go slower. It just kind of nonchalantly made its way to where you guys are, so
Okay.
well, I guess it's time to load up.
But can you tell me, are you planning to just go a nice slow place where I could be just walking? I prefer to walk, but if you're gonna go faster, I'll get in the cart. But if you think we'll go at a walking pace, I'd love to just walk.
I mean, if you want to go walking pace, that's fine with me.
Well, I mean, what you normally do when you've got a cart just full like that, are you gonna go? What would pace would you normally go at?
A pace that normal people would go at.
Right, normal
I-
people walking
Normal
On
people.
foot or by steed?
by foot or by steed. Is
I
your
mean,
normal pace about the same pace as it would be for me to walk alongside? That's what I'm trying to understand.
we could make it that.
Well, no, we're just asking. Because that depends on the question, you know? How fast does your steed go, typically speaking, kilometers per hour?
Well, it's fast as any other beast of burden.
He's just not going to tell us.
Do you not know? Is that the problem?
I don't exactly
You've never
measure how
taken your.
far it goes.
All right, but when you go out with the wagon, when you go out with your cart, and you've got people in there, have there ever been people also walking alongside with you, and
I
that's your normal pace?
I tell you what, let's just fucking get moving. And
Yeah,
if you all start dragging behind, we will slow down.
Uh,
that's yeah.
or we'll hop
Fair
in.
enough.
Sounds good. All right, Zed. Thank you.
All right then. And I'm guessing everybody gets in, so he would get up front, and it looks like there's room for 2 people up front. Um, maybe 3 if you squeeze. But he just takes a seat and takes the reins, and then we start moving out. All right. Rhinosis. So, what exactly are y'all looking for way over there? And at this point, like he's starting to go down the ramp. The clip clop sounds of the hooves on the stonework become, pretty paced as you see the tavern, Moxie's bar slowly disappearing behind you. The town of Moxx is becoming an after image more than a present image. And you go down the little ramp.
Well, who's sitting up front with Marlin, and who's he talking to, or is he just throwing it out to the whole group?
Oh, he's just asking imagine like he's sitting in the front with the reins and he's getting the cart going. He's just starting small talk. Like he's not directing it at anybody in specific.
Who's up front with him?
Do you want to be?
No, sorry's walking.
Okay. I'll sit up front with him then. So yeah, he's chatting, and I say, yeah, well, we're going to Chronosis. We're looking for a great library, and we're looking to make contact with a famous firm of sort of astral plane, captains of ships that travel on the astral plane.
So kind of like them airship things that they use a lot from over there. And then he just kind of points
Precisely.
up.
And you've seen these before.
Well, yeah, they fly overhead ever so often.
Incredible. Have you ever ridden on one?
Nah, I can't say I'm a sky folk.
Yes, I know the feeling. We dwarves like to keep our boots in the mud down here, so
So then, are you looking forward to being a sky folk then, as a fellow ground-based individual? And he, taps his foot on the wooden wagon, or his
well, I
hoof.
think I would think of it as we're sort of taking a little sort of the grand tour, if you will. The dwarf nobles would go out and try to experience different parts of the world when they were in their youth, and this is just part of it. We'll try to experience it. I hope we don't have to live up there. A 3-hour tour, perhaps.
Well, I mean, if it's just a 3-hour tour, I'm hoping the weather doesn't get bad and your tiny ship doesn't get lost.
I just don't think those things are safe. I saw one look like a giant dragonfly once, and it was just zigzagging all over the skyline.
How beautiful.
Oh yeah?
Oh, I can't
Mhm.
wait. I'm just so can't wait.
You won't catch me on one of those.
What a pity.
Well, why not, Miss Gumdra?
Well,
Couldn't you?
like you, I like a ground.
Well, I mean, wouldn't something like that help you spread your influence faster. Get on one of those things and just fly from town to town.
That is a good point. You might be talking me into it.
Spread influence. That sounds a bit sinister, doesn't it?
It
How so?
sure does.
Well, influence rather than fame as sort of something like a virus, I would think.
I
I don't think
mean,
I
What do
see
you
it like that. I live a good solid life as the sage in the mountains, and then people just like what I do, and then they imitate me, and it just spreads goodness everywhere. Boom, influence.
Hmm.
yeah,
quite right?
ain't that what you call someone who's a influential person? Influencer.
That's me, professional influencer.
I'm finding it difficult to argue with this, so yes, I guess so.
I mean, not to brag, but y'all seem to be smitten with me. Can't get enough. We're even riding together. And we just met yesterday.
Right. Let's just
Or was
say
it
that.
today?
We'll just say that, shall we? That's right.
We are riding together.
That's
And
right.
it's going to be a long ride, too. Big city's far away.
So Miss Gumdra, are you going all the way then to Chronosis?
Well, yeah, I got a mysterious letter. It says I inherited Granny Smith's apple cider shack. And that's where it's at. So,
All right then.
Is that the same way that you inherited your cousin Maxie's house?
no, Maxie just wasn't home when I knocked. So I figured they'd let me in and let me stay there for a while. This came in the mail. Which is odd because I don't remember having a Granny Smith.
Isn't that also a type of apple?
Did that come into the mail at your cousin's house?
Well, yeah.
Was it addressed to your cousin?
It said to whom
Good
it may
question.
concern.
Good question then.
I see. So it makes sense, yeah.
Oh, you're quite a one. You are.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Are you going to be able to keep up with this thing? They move awful fast.
It's just the way I like it. I like to walk at a good clip.
Okay, so I mean I can stretch out and take 2 seats in because I was going to lay down.
Well, you got to check with the people around you, but I'm just walking.
She's just going to start stretching out, making less room for others.
All right. So, for the most part, the beginning of this trip starts pretty uneventfully. However, somebody roll me a
However,
d20 and we will determine how good or bad the weather is going to be.
oh, oops. Well, I was trying to, but then I hit the wrong thing. Oh, there it is.
8. Okay. All right, so an 8. So as you're traveling, 5 minutes turns to 10, which turns to 20, and then, time time passes and it's a pretty, pretty decent pace. Um and currently the mountains haven't become narrow or anything, so there's still plenty of like space. Um or at least the trail he has chosen has plenty of room to maneuver a cart. Um and on an 8, it does start to get a little bit colder. They're doubling up now. And you'd see some flakes of snow start to fall, but they're very sparse, and it's really just a little bit of a weather change, but nothing that seems to be of much concern. It hasn't turned into a blizzard or anything. But we will see as time goes on through the frozen mountains. Um. I that okay. And an hour turns to a few, a couple then to a few, and eventually, um, daytime starts to slowly turn to evening. But since you're so high up in the mountains, it kind of seems like it takes a little bit longer for the sun to go down. But it hasn't completely gone down yet. It's just, you guys left, I believe, in the morning. So traveled through the midday, and now it's kind of flipping from that midday to evening, and that's where the chill factor is coming into play, as the sun is no longer in as high in the sky as before. And Marlin, he brings the little caravan wagon to a stop and pulls it aside and says, "All right, I guess here's a good stopping point to let old Bessie catch a breather." And then he hops down off the front of the wagon, and he reaches into like a bag of holding, and he pulls out some like carrots and some veggies, to which the fuzz lamb thoroughly enjoys, and it kind of lays down, and he pets it, and well, I guess now's a good time for y'alls to stretch your legs. Been traveling for a good bit.
Work. Okay. And I stretch and kind of hop off the wagon and try not to roll my ankle in my dwarven boots.
Nice. All right.
And I look around. It's probably pretty snowy still up here in the mountains.
Oh yeah.
That was a mistake. Sorry.
So still pretty. It's these mountains are definitely snow covered. When you get out, there's not any concern like level of snow. It's enough to leave like imprints in the snow, but not like knee deep or anything. It's a light layer.
You know,
So
Mr. Marlin, when we were being the original part of our journey up here in the mountains, I feel as though we were being tracked by some large beast or something that literally shook the ground when it walked. Do you know anything about that?
I mean, like I said, it doesn't bother nobody. We don't mess with it. We don't go inviting trouble.
That's well, I'll do my best not to invite trouble. I usually do.
Well, I mean, you seem like the responsible one.
uh,
I mean, when
I'm
everybody else was out getting
definitely
alcoholed up.
tickled by that.
Yeah, when everybody else was out getting alcoholed up, I mean, you were the designated friend, I guess. Reckon.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
in our
A
defense, it
designated
has been
friend.
quite a while.
Oh no, oh no, don't yeah. And he just kind of, he double checks himself. Well, I mean, I wasn't saying that as an insult or anything. I mean, everybody's entitled to have a good time. I mean, me
True, we
included.
do. Yeah, I think that was clear. I kind of regret saying that to him. But well, yes, is this where we'll make camp? Or is it yeah, it's getting on towards the end of the day, isn't it?
Well, I figure you folk without and he kind of pats himself pats himself and rubs his fur a little bit. For those of you
Mm-hmm.
who might not necessarily be well acquainted for the cold, I figure, I'd present the option to you if we want to continue through the night or set up some kind of look for an encampment or a place to set up a camp. There's plenty of caves around here.
Make sure to give them the heads up. When it gets nighttime, it's going to be doubly cold.
Yep, you
But
heard
I
the
don't
lady.
mind pushing through.
Well, will the beast make it through the night?
Oh, Bessie will be fine.
Hmm. Well, we'll see what the others think. I could make camp. I mean, it is such a beautiful night out here in the mountains.
Absolutely.
Well, should we make camp here then, or should we look for a cave? I'm always open for sleeping out under the stars, but I'll do whatever people want.
Well, I'd leave it to our guide. He said there were some caves around here that we could probably take refuge in.
Oh yeah, there's caves all over the place in these mountains.
While y'all figure it out, I got to go see a gal about a horse. And I'm going to hop off the carriage and tread out to get some privacy.
So
Well, I like sleeping out in the open because you never know what's in one of those caves, especially since we've seen this wildy beastie out there somewhere.
It was an elemental. They fundamentally are, mostly harmless.
I,
It's not
I
like it's a
suppose you like.
vampire.
No, I just suppose it likes its privacy, and I'd hate to go into a cave and, just intrude on anyone.
Well, and she, winks a little bit. Since we're nearing the end of the day anyway, uh, how's to say a little bit of luck? I'll do a little bit of binocular reading.
Oh,
See
great.
what's better.
Perfect.
If it's neutral, we'll just leave it up to a simple vote. But if it's truly something you're worried about, like, oh, we go into a cave. If we go to the cave, will something bad happen?
No, I'm not worried about bad. I just don't want to intrude on anyone, that's all.
Yeah. Again, it only can say it's an omen about the things that's most likely to happen.
Sure, let's do it. I always love it when you do that.
Well, let's roll the dice. And again, she has her a decorative set that she's pulled out just for this.
Nice.
I'm trying to see the exact wording of this so that I have the actual thing. True and proper. An action I plan to take the next 30 minutes. Okay. Okay.
Ah.
So, what will happen when we head to the cave to rest overnight? And again, and then she is realizing, man, dice are so small. Sticks are better for this one purpose at least. And she gets down to kneel and read the results.
All right, so you throw them bones, and the interestingly enough, it would be Wheel and Woe.
Oh. Now look at that. Snake eyes.
Mhm.
So, good and bad, everyone. You go into a cave and something good will happen and something bad will happen.
What if we just stay right here and make camp?
Well, it's kind of cold out. I don't know if you've noticed this about me, sorry. I have about the fat constitution of an emaciated shrimp.
Right, but Marlon brought us a bunch of heavy cloaks and whatnot.
I have the fat constitution of my bone dice. I will freeze to death. I would
All right
prefer
then.
cover.
The cave it is bad
She'll
and good.
bad and good. The good
I
will
didn't know
outweigh
we
the
were.
bad. And it's going
Well,
to
that
happen
sounds
within the next
good.
30 minutes, so
And
we'll know soon.
right, well, I didn't realize you were definitely feeling like I want to be in a cave. Because in that case, let's go and come with me.
Well, if it said bad, I would have said, well, I guess we're staying here then. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Bad
And
and good. All right.
Neovar, you can give me a religion check.
Oh, now that is an ominous suggestion.
And an ominous result.
I have inspiration. I'm not loving this. Come on, Neopar. You are smarter than this on this one specific topic. Haha.
Okay. Doubled your roll. Um, so once you cast your augury and you get the result of good and bad, you can't help but think about the deities that you follow. And you can't help but think what they might consider to be quote unquote good for you.
I mean, wouldn't it be interesting though? All I'm saying.
Yeah.
That would also say, what would they consider bad for me? Hmm?
Death, dismemberment, because if they lose a follower,
It's all
then
bad.
you know. So they have at least that standard.
They have
However,
the best interest for me in mind. I have my heart emoji.
however, you also with that religion check, one thing that you might recall is you also didn't do your prayer today.
Then I owe them. Look at that. We come back full circle. It'll be chill. Neovar does not want to. I don't want to try rolling a survival check overnight. There's snow on the ground.
There is. All right. So what's everybody doing? What's Zed and Veldrin and Opal and Gumdra's doing Gumdra things?
So are we going to a cave
Yes.
as the consensus? Is I guess
Oh yeah.
Well, we don't want
Sort of.
Niavara to freeze, so or Inanna, excuse me. We don't want Inanna to freeze.
uh I guess Zed's not doing too much then at this point. Are we have we found this cave, or are we having to go look for it? I guess cubed.
Well, Marlon knows where it is.
Well, Marlon knows that there's a lot of caves around.
Oh, I thought he said there's one close by. Okay.
Well, so do we have to roll to search for one, or what should we be doing here? I mean,
Well, I was just seeing what other people haven't said anything in the bit might want to
Well,
do.
I'm ready to go hunt for one. I don't mind. Does anybody want to come with me? Look for a cave. Marlon, have you got an idea where there might be a cave?
Hmm. Let's see here. And he looks up at the surrounding area, and he looks around and puts a finger on his chin and like licks his index finger and holds it up to the sky. And based on the formation of that rock over there, there's probably a cave dwelling in there.
All right, then let's head that way, shall we?
Let's.
So he, pats old Bessie, and the ram thing stands up, and he directs, because at this point he's not like riding the wagon, he's manually like guiding it from the ground, and he starts heading in the direction that he thinks there is a cave. Mm,
Well, Zed would be following him, and uh, just I guess potentially looking around just to make sure that there's no giant but elemental
oh
right,
yeah,
that we're gonna
elemental.
run into.
yeah, you can give me a perception.
Heyo. I also have inspiration already, so someone can take that.
Nice. I'll take it. I don't have one.
Grab it.
Thanks.
All right, so with a natural 20 perception, you would you would so Marlon is kind of going in a general like in a direction that he thinks a cave would be, but you are able to like observe the surrounding well enough to be like, yeah, there's definitely gonna be an opening somewhere around like this bend, just based on how the rock formation, how the rock slopes. Like it's not just a sheer wall like you've seen in some
Mhm.
places. It's kind of like there's a little bit of a slope, just barely at an angle, kind of looking at it from around the corner. Um, just as like just considering your perspective. So you'd imagine that unless there was like a weird downward slope, that there's probably a cave there. To which you would probably see it first with the natural 20. Um, but you would also notice like around like this area there seem to be these there's like shards of ice, what they look like, um but upon closer inspection, i.e. keen vision, you were able to tell that these are not ice crystals, they are actual crystals, and their formation seems very jagged. It seems very natural. um but there's just something slightly off about them. And since you observe that, you have unlocked the door to roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Hmm. Nice, Zedrin.
Almost another one.
So with a 24 Arcana, you determine, without even like getting near it or touching them, or this is before anybody even approaches them. It's just you look at them and something seems, they seem a little different. Um, you look at the where the crystal itself and the ground meet, and there is an inconsistency there, and you would also ascertain that there is a very, very, very faint, and it's easy to miss because there's bits of wind that flow through this cavernous area from time to time, but there's a very low frequency hum that is just consistent, kind of like, yeah, imagine like, when you have a speaker and it's just on, it just kind of has that buzz, but it's just so low that it's, I guess for you, because you got the nat 20, it's almost like annoy, like once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Um.
Windows goddamn update screwing with an audio setting or something. It's just that annoying little like, okay, what is it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Um. I guess, and so with the perception and the arcana, do these look natural?
Nope.
And
These
so
crystals seem to be arcane in nature and
we've
not naturally
based
formed here based on the other ice formations that you have observed in the mountain.
okay. I know we've come across some things before, and little one's basically a crystal dragon. Can he discern, I guess, just from being around little ones so much? Do these things look like they're living at all?
I'd say with the 2 successes, they possibly seem like they have the ability to be animated
Okay.
based on the inconsistency with where the crystal and the ground meet. Maybe
Okay.
something burrowed beneath the ground and this is just the part that's sticking up.
Um, Zed's definitely going to point this out. Um, he'll probably point it out since it is, like, I guess, crystal in some sort of nature. He would point it out and ask Opal if she knows anything or has any inkling of what's going on. And you'd mentioned that there's just something very odd about them. He's not going to mention the humming or the like audio sort of cue because he doesn't want anyone else to hear that and then not be able to hear it or not be able to get it out of their head type thing. He's just going to live with that one. But
Like having
he'll
tinnitus.
also, yeah, he'll also turn to Marlin. You see that over there? He's gonna point at the crystals and like same thing with Opal. Opal, you know anything about those? There's something weird with those crystals. Not right.
Opal is gonna go take a look see at them. Or at least try and look at them. Any role I could do to try and figure out the nature of these things.
Hold up, you are really it.
I can barely.
Is this better?
Ah,
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't have my microphone close enough to my face.
So sorry, what was
Uh,
Opal doing?
Any roll I could do to try and figure out what these crystals are, specifically, or not specifically, just in general. If
Well,
Zed is drawing attention to them, they must be a bit important.
you can also give me an Arcana, but you will have advantage on it for reasons that you have no idea.
That's a 24.
So a 24.
Nice.
So how are you investigating this? Because this was stuff that Zed noticed at a distance, and he pointed these things out. So how are you investigating this situation?
He's pointing at crystals that are in this cave, yes.
He's pointing at crystals that are outside the cave, but like
Oh.
in the area just outside the cave.
Hmm. You know what? Opal will get close enough to them. She's going to try and inspect them a bit closer before doing anything specific. If there's something dangerous about these things, wouldn't like want to hit them with her hammer and cause them to all explode, right?
That would be preferable.
So with your Arcana skill check, getting somewhat close enough, you are actually able to interpret the situation in that these are living entities, and what Zed has pointed out is the part, the almost like a turtle shell, right, but more crystal. So think of it like its body is just underground currently, and this is just a crystalline formation of this creature. Um, but you were at least able to determine that having gotten close enough that at least being in proximity does not trigger it. Um, and you can even give me, an insight check.
Oh, me? You got a boss. Damn.
Yeah, can't win them all. Um, but yeah, you ascertain that this is indeed a creature. It is not. It is not territorially aggressive. Um, maybe if you hit it with the hammer, it might defend itself. But yeah, with the 24, there's also in the last little bit of all this information, there's also a little bit of familiarity, but you can't quite put
Hmm.
your finger on it.
I, the player, have a hypothesis. uh, which the creature or the crystals are a creature. Opal is a crystalline creature. These things are similar to Opal.
Hmm.
Zed, you seem to have pointed out some sort of creature. Oh, what? Right. She'll like wave him a bit closer and move back towards the cave.
All right. I mean, nothing happens. It sounds like everybody's making their way towards the cave entrance.
Yep.
Well, Sari's gonna light up a torch and start peeking inside the cave while everyone's looking at the crystals, or while Opal and Zed are looking at crystals. Sari's gonna strike a torch, and I'm just gonna head inside the cave here and see how it looks.
All right. So how far in do you want to
So,
go? Because it's about
um,
10 feet, and then it's a steady curvature, but it's about 10 feet before it's you can actively see like the wall in the distance as it turns.
You mean when I go 10 feet in is when I can see the wall turning?
So basically, from the cave entrance 10 feet in, so
Uh,
at 11 feet, the cave is starting to, it has a bend. But
okay. And
as far as
how
like
wide is
light,
it?
you can see pretty easily because it's still close enough to the cave entrance.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk in. Yeah, I'm gonna walk in about 6, 8 feet just to see if I can get a sense of how big it is and if it looks like it's not too rocky and it looks like a good place to camp. And um,
All right.
yeah.
As the one exploring, Bundle the mechanic, roll me a d20. And in this situation, I will be bad.
Okay. Ah, phew.
So in
That's a
here,
pretty good, not bad.
yeah, that's almost a perfect, not bad. Also, it's funny seeing you guys rolling using your old character sheets. Um,
Oh, am I? Oh, I am. You're right. Why isn't my?
I
Why
might
isn't
just hide
that?
those so
Because I'm
they don't.
just using. Well, I just used the
Yeah, it's just
dice right on
d20.
the bottom of the
Um,
page.
so you point, you hold the torch out just around the bend, and you peek around, and it goes in another 15 feet before it essentially seems like it. Let's see, torch is 20 feet, 20. No, you have dark vision, so yeah, you'd be able to see that it comes to an end at about 20 feet. There's like a back wall.
Uh huh.
Inside just seems like dust covered. Maybe a little bit of snow is kind of trickled in here at some point, but it's not even enough to leave footprints. Just a snowflake here and there, a little bit of ice,
Uh
probably
huh.
from just melted snow that's ambient cold. But
And does it look? I mean, it
it's
ends about 20 feet back, but how is it wide? Like, does it look like it could contain our whole party?
yeah, it looks like it could fit a whole wagon in everybody.
Oh,
It's
terrific.
a big
Hey,
enough
it look
area.
great. It looks pretty good in here, you guys. It looks like there's plenty of room for all of us. But the cave ends, it doesn't keep going, so we don't have to watch our back from that direction anyway. So I think it's a good place.
Think that you have of the right idea. So, and she's gonna hop out of the cart. And that's not too bad so far. Now to find the
What's
bad
that?
part of it all. That's not too bad.
Oh, good and bad, right?
Mhm.
Right. Well, that's definitely the good part then.
Oh, don't say that. That's
I
almost
know,
like
maybe
jinxing
it's the
us.
bad part. Maybe it's the bad part. It could have been bigger. We could have had a
Maybe.
palace with more rooms. Everybody gets their own room, isn't it? So maybe it's the bad part.
Oh my gosh. Aren't you a hoot? And she's like, "Well, Gumdra Gumdra, will this be a fine enough, accommodation for you?"
Oh, Gumdra is not there. She wandered off to go pee.
Oh,
Oh,
and
I
she's still
see.
gone. Okay. I thought that was back
Oh,
when we were stopped for the break.
oh, if she's still gone, in which case
Hmm.
Neovar is immediately going to drop the sweetness act a little bit, just be quiet, a little quieter. Like, okay, how do we do this? I'm going to scare the tits off her. I'm thinking Inanna is going to have like a tearful, mournful apology for having to go because she can't be seen in public with Niavara and say sorry for the ruse. But Inanna is busy investigating a murder, so of course the highest level of secrecy must be upheld, Gumdra. What do you think? I'm workshopping it still.
No, I think it's great. I
Hmm.
love it.
Gumdra's PC in the background, like, hello? Zedrin? What do you think?
Mind you, when you start doing stuff like that, you're gonna no most likely get yourself into trouble. But I don't mind from over here just watching whatever you want to do. I'm sure it'll be entertaining.
Well, yes, obviously I'm going to get myself in trouble eventually. That's half the fun.
Right? Well, I'm gonna have a great time watching, so you go for it. I think it's a great idea.
Awesome. Veldrin, shh. Okay. Think of it like this. When Niavara comes back in, I think it'll really scare the tits off her.
I don't know about that. I think Gumdra's pretty. I don't know. She seems made of pretty sturdy stuff.
Yes, I think that's what Oxygen are. Very sturdy. Secondly, yeah, I do think, in fact, that her ego is massive, comparable only to my own,
Exactly.
which is why I'm
Well,
saying, shh.
no offense, but I think she's got you beat.
You know, this is a competition which I'm okay with losing. Temporalis, are you okay with keeping your mouth shut while I pull off this little prank?
He finger guns and
Beautiful.
Finger guns.
just goes to stick his nose in the book.
God, it really is like
That's
having
great.
two of my own brother. Good and bad. Veldrin, is that what you become in the future?
I don't think I'm very far off now.
No, you're not. It's the kind of the scary part. I'm assuming Zedrin won't rat me out. Veldrin, please, 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 if only because it'll be funny.
Fine.
A little line didn't hurt anyone. Long term.
As long as I'm not concerned, it's fine.
What is there to be concerned about?
No, he means as long as he's not involved.
I mean, you're only concerned in
No.
insofar as you're Niavara's sister, obviously. In which case, where is Marlin?
You hear the shuffling outside of the wagon.
Okay, perfect. I guess it's the best time to, scare him too. And so she invokes the duplicity of herself. It's suddenly taking up another seat in the wagon. When did she get there? Who's to say? Then occupying the she then, once the duplicity is made, she shifts into her actual self, Niavara, and then she's like, you know what? I can make this funnier. I can make this funnier. Give me
This
a
is where the
bad.
trouble comes in.
Yeah, I'll only last for 10 minutes though. So Inanna has to be walking off in 10 minutes from now. I can do that. Oh, and also she swaps places with the duplicity so that the duplicity is sitting where Inanna had already been.
Uh-huh.
All right. So Marlin eventually gets the wagon pulled in, the goat pulled in, and you guys have gone into this cave. And from Sari's perspective, when she was just peeking around the corner, she saw like the opening area. But as you enter, you look around and it's like, yeah, this seems pretty sturdy. Sturdy rock.
Yeah?
And yeah.
Sorry, my mom called me.
Oh. Sturdy rock, and if you look up and you would notice that there's even some stalactites up there.
Cool.
Get see.
So I guess I do eventually catch up to the cave and everybody in it. They weren't like running away or anything, and there's like a big carriage. The tracks are easy to follow.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say Zed would have been probably helping Marlon situate the stuff with the wagon, and kind of he'd probably be back and forth in and out. So, um, and still keeping an eye kind of out on the horizon for stuff. So he would have maybe noticed Gumdra or vice versa, and
Sari's getting a fire going and pulling up some rocks kind of around the fire so that there's seating places for everyone, making it a little cozy.
all right. Put down.
Well,
So y'all
Nevar
are wanting to camp in a cave? Is that what's going on?
and Anna will approach her and say, "Well, yes, actually." And she sort of sighs and looks down at herself, like, I may be an Eladrin. Unfortunately, I cannot survive the winter. I'm afraid I'll just turn entirely to snow. And she sort of,
Oh,
holds up an arm, like, you can see it, my God. As she, pretends with her color changing, you can see what looks to be crystal snow growing on her arm. Ugh, what a
is is
terrible
this
thing.
is this typical of have you been through this before?
Well, yes, I am Eladrin. Eladrin are elves of the seasons. I am of winter.
Oh, we don't meet many Aladdins up here.
Well, that is not to worry. We're quite rare.
I believe
And,
it's. Mm-hmm.
well, I'm afraid that even though we're going to be resting in this cave, which thank you to dear Marlin for, I'm actually going to have to depart anyway. I cannot be seen with my dear friend Niavara for a long term. I apologize for the ruse earlier. I'm not quite as much of a pilgrim as I was, alluding to earlier. My apologies for the deception.
That's all right. We all got secrets. You ain't gotta tell them all to strangers you just met.
No, I'm more saying that I'm sorry that I'm leaving you with Niavara. And she sort of
How are you
points
gonna get
over
back? We've been
quickly.
riding for hours.
Well, that's the thing. I can't. I am currently investigating Niavara's twin sister for a murder. I'm a detective.
There's like a noticeable pause. Maybe she just stares at you for a couple seconds. Not this doesn't sit right with her for a moment. And then she kind of shakes her head and she says, "Oh, murder. There's never been no murders up here in the mountains, not that I know of."
Well, I certainly hope so because my case docket is full right now.
Oh,
It
good.
was
So you'll be staying busy.
Well, I'm going to be staying watching, let's just say. Niavara, she's done things in her past. And she's becoming a better person. I do believe that with my whole heart.
So you're
The
saying
lady,
she's a murderer?
yes, but that's actually not what I'm looking for. She was a child when those murders were committed. I guess you might call them
Oh,
assassination. So, disregarding that, on her adventures with this group of people, an 11-year-old child was killed. It was done in retribution towards Niavara to get her attention.
that's really grim.
It's incredibly grim. So I, the great Inanna Yule, have been trailing them to find out what happened. To see if I can find the murderer and bring her to justice.
And whereabouts you gonna have this investigation?
Well, I'm here, obviously, but you won't be seeing me. I obviously am just going to, head off into the snow and vanish like I'm wont to do as, an Eladrin of the snow.
Okay, OOC, didn't you say that we're in the cave because Inanna needs to be in the cave because she gets too
Yeah,
cold, but now she's gonna leave?
and I'm
I think
saying that
this
I
is her
lied.
duplicate.
I lied.
You Oh, I know it's her duplicate, but you lied about what? Needing to be in the cave?
Yeah, about many things. Don't worry about it. I caught that too, but I was hoping no one else brought it up out of
Well, sorry
character.
about that.
It's okay. Yeah, I caught myself right there too.
Oops.
That's okay.
All right, we'll let that slide.
No worries. It's funnier this way. It's incredibly terrible, but yes, I will be watching. Let's just say I'll be around, but you won't see me, ideally speaking. Now,
I'm gonna
once we get
say,
back to town,
mhm.
yes, you'll see me again.
She kind of cuts her eyes at you, like throwing a little suspicion.
And Anna gives her a very, very innocent look. What is it, my child?
Sorry's trying not to laugh, or at least
Oh,
not smile.
it's nothing. I just, cold weather and all that. If you got to do what you got to do, I guess. Just I'm real worried about you surviving out there on your own, and snooping around. You might find trouble.
I am a 300-year-old elf. I'm positive that my lady of bounty will provide me with what she needs to.
Okay, well, just know I consider you a cousin, and you can tell that to anybody you come across.
I will continue to
Mm.
tell them that I'm the Lady Inanna Yule, worshipper of Aladra, Lady of Frost. Thank you.
Mhm. Oh, by the way, I haven't been inside yet fully. Did they got like bedding and stuff sorted out?
They do, actually. They do.
Oh, good. I was afraid they didn't bring nothing comfortable.
No. Did you see the two male drow? They're quite. And she glances over towards Temporalis. Posh. You should have seen the living situation that he'd been in. It was a right proper castle. I was quite jealous.
I've always wanted to live inside a castle.
Right? It was quite the thing.
Oh,
Quite
have
the
we got a
thing.
castle for you?
Maybe I could buy one when we get to the city. I mean, after all, Granny Smith's cider shack is a multi-million gold operation.
Hmm. I don't know if it's going to be yours though. If it was the person that it was given to the house, wouldn't it have been the person in the house?
I don't think that's how that works.
I actually think it is.
I
You
think
know,
I'll get what I want.
as a matter of legality, as I am, of course, a renowned detective, let me
Uh-huh.
just tell you, of course it's going to be, directed to the person who owns the property.
All
You
right,
know,
let's not
he
shoot down people's dreams here.
Well, it's not a
Gundre
matter of
would be just the
dreams.
kind of person that would just show up with the letter that says, "To whom it may concern," and say, "Well, I'm here," and they just believe her.
Yeah.
I could see that too. Inanna's playing the straight and narrow role.
I know it's so unbecoming.
It's so unbecoming.
Hey, Gumdra,
Agonizing.
Renana.
roll me a D100, Gumdra.
Yeah. Nobody needs to be concerned about this. 94.
Woo!
Nailed it.
Nailed
All right.
it.
So I would say continue.
Okay.
Well,
There'll
you
be a
know,
private message.
Oh, okay. Good.
I do say that I doubt that there's going to be castles up in the city of Chronosis.
Oh, have you
Much to
been?
my dismay. No, I'm more just saying, if that's the type of place where, airships come and go, it's less likely that there's going to be individual castles to own. More than likely, what you're going to see is a vertical city, with the ability to get on and get out. A little bit more industrialized, one might say. I thought you would have been to an industrialized city as a celebrity yourself, right?
I don't think I quite follow. When you say castle, I just mean big giant building with all sorts of rooms in it. And sometimes you can build those straight up and down. Sometimes you spread them out. Sometimes, they're all different shapes and sizes and appearances.
When I refer to the castle, I mean a building that is owned by one person in quite a magnificent way, as though belonging to a king. If I refer to like a skyscraper or something of the sort, that's usually owned by a business or a family. I do see them as quite separate entities, I guess I should say. I could see your point. Owning a nice mansion or estate.
Now, let me ask you,
Meanwhile,
do you
tick,
know?
tick,
Mhm.
tick, Inanna.
Oh, yeah. Time limit.
Oh, yes.
You have 10 minutes, dude.
True. And then she sort of sighs and she's like, I do have to be off though. I really don't want to be seen too close and I have to, start establishing that distance now. It was bad enough that I was all there all night in Christnosis with this lot. Much love
Mhm.
to everyone, of course.
Oh, let me ask you something before you go, though.
Hmm.
Do you know if Dale is on the way?
Wow, that's an old.
And
Dale.
we can extend the
City of Riches?
timer for the purpose of like RP.
Oh, I was hoping to drag it out for the purposes of exposing her.
Disappearing.
Well, that's actually a good question. No, it's not. It's on the way behind. Why? That's where I came. It's, well, sort of on the way where I came from.
Oh, it's not important. Just
Well, no.
curious.
That's actually the city where the little girl was killed, so
Oh, well,
yes.
that's coincidence.
And that's why I'm asking. What brings it up?
Nothing.
No, nothing.
You wouldn't happen to be concerned about something, would you?
Well, I was hoping it'd be along the way so we could visit it
Well,
and then move
why
out.
bring it
Hmm.
up?
Well, we was just talking about big fancy things, and I thought that sounds like Dale to me. Town full of riches and big fancy things.
That is not Dale.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Why, how did you hear of it? And
Oh,
again,
just
her demeanor sort of changes as she sort of leans back.
Uh-oh, she's getting suspicious now.
I just heard from it from my travels. Everybody comes from a little bit everywhere. They write me from all corners of the world, and this one just seemed like a good one to visit.
People don't leave from Dale. Or they didn't.
Well, they do now.
Which is why I'm so interested in how you heard of it.
Didn't you
I've
leave from
been.
Dale?
No, I was
Barely.
visiting Dale. I had come to Dale hearing of suspicious disappearances, one might say. I, of course, was not the ones to figure it out. That was these bound of adventurers here. Terrible thing. An entire town
hmm
full of mimics that have been taken over and ruled by an unscrupulous man.
That seems a little far fetched.
Hmm. You'd think, and that's probably why so many people were fooled. And then they were eaten.
Well, maybe it's changed its ways since then.
Oh, I'm sure. As I said, the man in charge was killed before I
Also,
got there and was able to solve it.
also, how are you getting 10 minutes from invoke duplicity? I'm seeing 1 minute.
What? It changed?
Says it lasts for 1 minute, but ends early if you dismiss it.
It used to be
Whoa.
much longer. Fuck.
That doesn't make
So,
any sense. 1 minute. How could that even be useful?
Well, it's for
Barely.
for
battle.
combat.
It's for battle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
It,
see.
like a 1 minute timer is great for combat. A 10-minute timer is great for other things.
Right. Yeah,
So
1 minute it says.
I would say that you feel the strain of trying to maintain the duplicity at this point. Like as the conversation's getting good and heated and interesting stuff has just come up, you're having a hard time maintaining it.
And she sort of sighs, she's pretending to shake it off the anger. And she's like, I shouldn't get too involved, but it's hard. I get so invested in my cases when I'm on the scent.
Uh-huh. And it is such a shame about all those disappearances.
You should ask this crowd of people more. They were the ones that solved the crime, after all.
I might just
Sorry,
do that.
Zedrin, Kozik, and Niavara, of course. I will leave you to it. Good day. And she'll walk out, and
Mm.
as she's heading out to the cave entrance, it looks as though she's fading into the snow itself. And that's part of the thing. The duplicity is disappearing.
Yeah.
Right.
There's another aspect to it. So Gumdra, you going in?
Yeah.
All right. As soon as you walk in, you can give me a quick perception check.
Perception. C plus 4. Pow. 21.
So you
Nice.
notice that those crystals that you notice that there are no crystals in front of the cave right now.
Huh.
But what that means, you don't know because technically Gumdra wasn't around when they
I was gonna
ascertained
say.
information.
Yeah.
But just a thing to note, there was no crystals out here. And
Okay.
as soon as Inanna walks out the cave and her image starts to blend in, with the white backdrop of the snow and the snowy walls and just sort of the scene, you feel the ground rumble as you can see the entrance of the cave getting blocked as rocks and boulders come tumbling down and crashing at the cave
Whoa.
entrance.
Is she in or out,
She's in.
Gumdra?
Okay.
Everybody's in.
Shit, except Inanna. I mean, technically.
Yeah. And basically it's as Inanna's walking out, so from your perspective it looks like she's getting crushed by rocks.
Ooh. Okay. So I'm gonna try to alert everybody. Just be like, okay, that nice little Aladdin lady, she's
Wh-
dead. She's crushed by rocks. I don't know. And then I'm gonna try to lift some of the
What
debris.
what the hell happened here? What is going on? We're
The
stuck.
ceiling just fell in.
Oh,
Has anybody got
geez.
anything that can move rocks?
Okay, Niavara, are you gonna tell her that? No, you're not, are you? She's trying to save Inanna.
To no avail.
Yeah, Niavara will come out and she's like, I got some knives. We could do it with it. I will
All
just
right.
say though,
Knife?
girl, yeah, knives can dig.
Sari's gonna run up and start trying to move debris too, because it's not just Inanna. We need to be able to get out of there.
Oh yeah,
So Sari
were gonna
is gonna run up and start moving debris
You.
also.
How thick is the wall?
You don't know? Because your view is of how much debris has fallen is obscured.
Right. We just know how much came on the inside side, not the outside side.
Yep.
I have stone shape, which allows me to meld stone, and I can make passages through a wall that is 5 feet thick.
Sweet. Give it a shot.
Is that prepared today? Oh, wait, y'all need to prepare it. Druid. Sure. Wait.
The only thing is, it is a 4th level spell, and I can only use it once per day.
Well, 5 feet is farther. I mean, if it's not quite enough, we'll still at least be 5 feet in. So
Yeah, do it twice. We have
Okay.
it 10 feet whole.
Druids do
That
prepare
means
spells
we're
from
here
their
for
entire spell list. Okay, so it would have to be prepared.
We're here overnight. Well, shit, aren't I glad that I'm here with you guys? I would have been, toast out there. Shit.
indeed.
So Veldrin is going to try and make a passage through this wall.
Did you have stone shape prepared for today, though? Is the
I
question.
thought you said she didn't have to.
No,
No,
I double checked it.
you
Oh.
do. You
Yeah.
select
Yeah, I
how
mean, stone shape is one spell that I've used before.
Okay.
I keep it around.
Okay. So a 5-foot passage. A large rock. Very specific.
Yeah, or you could
That is
a small passage through a wall that is 5 feet thick. So shape a stone door. Oh, or it's framed to seal shut. Okay. But you can make a small passage through. Probably small, not too small for a human-sized person.
shape a large rock. It doesn't say shape several large rocks.
But it says you
It's not
can
quite
make a
wall.
small
Let's see.
passage, or you can make a small
It says or a
passage through
section.
a wall.
It says you may touch a stone object of medium size or smaller, or a section of
Section.
stone, no more than 5 feet
Right.
in any dimension.
Well, since it's a
Yeah.
4th
And
level
then you can
spell,
make
because technically it's a rock slide, so it's like there's several, and it's not really a whole wall, but it's a 4th
Yeah, but it
level
says
spell.
a
I'll let it go.
section.
So you would use your stone shape. And 5 feet would not be enough because rock slide. Yeah. So you get 5 feet in, but there's still more passage that would need to be made. Because, you'd think a rock slide's not, I guess, depending on the severity of a rock slide, but, you could at least ascertain that it was no meager amount of stone that fell.
right, and the closer to the ground you are, the thicker, the wider it is.
Correct. So you clear
But
5 feet
feet is good,
instantly.
and then
5
can
feet
go in
gained
there.
is 5 feet gained.
Absolutely. Sorry just runs in there and checks it out and just starts moving more rock.
So what's everybody else
She's a
doing?
go-getter like that.
So Sari's moving stone.
Neovar's trying to move stone like she's, digging out.
All right.
The knives were mostly just a gag. She is, digging.
So like legit digging, or like when you have 4 friends carrying a couch and you're just sort of letting the other 3 do the work.
Oh, legit digging. You think this is
Okay.
the first time Neovar has been stuck in a small place with rocks around her. She knows the vibes.
Okay.
Her hands are, scuffed up for reasons.
We're gonna get the hell out of here. Yeah.
For stealing buttons.
Definitely.
Alright. So what's Kozik doing? I'll just go down the list. What's Kozik doing?
I'm gonna help out as best I can with this dwarven war pick. It's the closest thing I have to a nice digging implement, so I'll try to help out, move some debris with that.
Maybe
Okay.
someone could crawl up higher and try to remove stone way up high to see if it's less stone to move. Could you get that, Kozik?
I could try.
Yeah, but her body would be at the bottom of the rubble, so we got to get to the bottom anyhow.
All right, the body. Hmm.
I think she'll be okay.
Right. But
See,
I'm
she's
just frantically trying to move these rocks.
but if Kozik can
very
get
concerned.
through up on the top, he can get to the other side sooner in case she's on the other side.
yeah, she's an Eladrin girl. You've never met one, have you?
Nope, but I know they sure love the snow.
Yeah, they're
I
kind of,
suspect she jumped quite out of the way.
they're really into with nature. They're like literally fairies, basically. Damn fucking fairy. No, they can fucking fly, it feels like. It's so stupid. Like
I'm
the
sure
autumn
she
ones.
jumped right out of the
Can I
way.
insight check this?
Go for it.
If Eladrin can fly,
Well, no, Miavara is definitely bullshitting that. She's more just saying like she's saying practically fly. Whole sentence.
But
They can turn into like seasonal stuff.
guess you can give me a nature check to ascertain if Eladrin can fly.
ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
11.
You're pretty sure they can't without the assistance of the arcane. They ain't got wings.
It just felt like I walked into the cave, she was walking out of the cave, and then it just caved in right on top of her head.
Well, shit. She's tough.
You just gonna make an assumption about your best friend here?
We're not best friends. She's investigating
thought-
murder.
We're particularly lax about how we're. Gumdr's probably like, "What the fuck, people?
Yeah.
One of your friends is underneath all the stone."
What I'm
This-
saying.
This party's more cold-blooded than
You.
than the situation that you've had to deal with.
So, all I'm saying, Gumdra, I'm happy to see what's underneath. All I'm saying, we're not gonna find her.
Oh, we'll find her, all right.
Sure. I trust you.
I'm pretty
gonna
sure
keep
she
digging.
jumped clean out of the way.
I'm sure she jumped out the way too. She has done too much. She's lucky. It's
Too
annoying.
nimble.
Literally.
She's too nimble to get caught under a rock slide.
Too lucky, more like. And she's like bitching, like, you know how many times I've had to be.
All right. Well, for people moving rocks, let's. All right. So Gumdra's moving rocks. So give me an athletics. Yep.
Terrible.
So these hands ain't made for rock lifting.
No.
You usually have cousins do that for you.
Right?
So you go to try and move some rocks, and you move one, and then like two more like fall into the little opening. So like you're shaking them loose, just in the wrong direction.
Zed's gonna cast a minor illusion of Inanna's voice on the other side of the rubble.
Oh, you bastard! That's so mean.
What did she say?
But it's gonna be
Oh, she'll be okay though.
like
Right.
she's fine. Yeah, she's asking if we're okay, and
Oh my god, are you
like
guys
kind of
okay?
saying like that was close,
Yep, I almost got squashed by that cave in there. I was worried that he was dead.
Oh my gosh, no. The lady has me.
Can you fly?
No. Who said that?
Well, I'm not going to point fingers, but it was a misunderstanding.
Oh. Well, thank you for clarifying.
Good luck with your endeavors.
You too. Stay safe. This is. Oh my god. Sorry for taking that over for you, Zed.
She's going to sit
No,
down and
that's
just
all
like
good.
wipe her brow and be like, I thought I was going to have to move another body. Anyhow, this is where we're staying.
Another body, which
Oh, sorry, that's
Yeah.
just an expression where I come from.
Oh, uh-huh.
right. Okay.
That's concerning.
Niavara, like, she's like on her knees next to you, and like she gets up a little bit and then moves one knee length over before sitting back down.
Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy.
All right, all
You
right.
know,
Mhm.
another body. Niavara is in fact going to insight check that in return.
She seems to be hiding something, probably related to dead bodies that she said to move.
And as that question comes to mind, so Kozik, you were using the mining pick.
Yeah. Yes.
Give me an athletics. I'll just lower the DC.
Nice.
So through your stone cunning and dwarven knowledge and intellect of the stonework, I mean, you lived in the mountains, so there had been plenty of times where rocks had fallen, people got trapped. Um, Maybe not necessarily you going out and saving people because you
I've
were a
heard of
noble.
the. I've heard of such a thing, though. Yes.
Yeah, so you know what to look for. Like, you don't want to break the the rocks on the on the bottom per se because it just causes everything above it to get loosened. So you kind of work your way from top down successfully. So because you realize if you were to try and work from bottom up, then rocks from above would just start rolling down and sort of cascading, as evidenced by Gumdra's attempt,
Right. We destroy the foundation. Yes.
which technically makes it worse in some cases. But okay. So then did that, and Neovar did some insight. And she's pondering what Gumdra's talking about. So what's Opal doing?
I'm not going to lie. Opal is still very fascinated by the crystals.
Well, those
Weren't
are
they right
outside
outside the
technically.
door?
Yep, totally right outside the door. Last you saw.
But for now, I think Opal's going to go back into the back to her friends.
I think so. The friends that are moving rocks, or the friends that
Oh,
are in camp.
friends moving rocks.
All right. I mean, that's not far. So you see people trying to clear a cave in.
All right, guys. Any reason behind this?
No, that we know of right now. It just happened.
Might as well help, right?
Well, if you don't mind.
Where did they place the bedding and all that?
Well, we were just starting to get set up, so it's not really quite set up yet.
Oh,
So Gumdra can't just go and escape.
Well, I'm gonna go help with that. She's gonna walk away from the like. There's not a life at stake right now, so she's done digging. That was beneath her anyways.
Right.
All right, so Gumdra goes into the encampment area, and it sounds like Sari's moving rocks.
Yep,
Athletics.
I could do that.
Oh yeah. I'm also going to be moving rocks.
Oh, what?
So
That's
athletics
not
as well.
sorry. That's just not sorry. A 10.
Yeah, that sounds about sorry.
No, sorry is like so buff, man. She does all kinds of stuff, but
Have-
she has been like walking at a good clip all day, so maybe she's a little tired.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, have you ever seen like the strongman competitions where sometimes they just flub? So even people who've been doing that their whole lives could still, you
Yeah,
know.
right. Have a moment. Have a moment.
All
We're
right,
just
and
not doing too good at moving this stuff.
also these are like snowy and cold, and some might still have a little bit of moisture to them while you're trying to move them.
Right.
Or I would say some of them would be still have like a faint layer of ice on them, so when you try to move them, like your hand would slip.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
One might say that this is a important, like, a natural hazard, one might say, that one might need to avoid even.
Foreshadowing. All right, and Opal said you were moving rocks too?
Yep, athletics.
Yep. Or I mean, if you have some other skill you might want to try and use, but a 9, just as effective as sorry. You feel like having crystalline stone hands is not necessarily helping with the grip. If only you had fleshy fingers and fingerprints, and maybe you could have just been able to properly get a hold of it, but no. Basically, like you guys try and move stones and more just fill in. All right.
So I have not actually rolled a check for trying to move rocks. Can I roll the survival check though instead? Because it specifically says that you're trying to avoid natural hazards. Like, it's enabling you to guide your group through frozen wastelands, predicting the weather, avoiding quicksands and other natural hazards. A rock slide might count as a natural hazard, right? To get out of it,
Well, that
right?
sounds good to me.
I mean, I would normally say avoiding it. It already
Well,
happened, but
yeah, but
I'll
like
still let it go.
you're getting out
Like
of it, right?
technically no, but I'm just saying go for it.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the DM being kind. Relish
It
it, damn it.
is.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you, DM.
I was gonna have fun
Nice,
from the
Niavara.
or anything deeper in the cave.
Well, probing, yes.
But the cave just stops about 20 feet back.
Or does it?
Yeah, sorry, I already checked it all out.
Or did she?
Oh, well, that's what I mean. I had pretty good high number there, and that's what the DM told me.
Mm-mm. Or was. But
Pathet-
so
Pathetic noodle arms plus the will to live.
with the 17,
So,
you're able to, amidst all these other rocks falling in and filling the cave, um, you think you might be able to help burrow a path, but it would be very meticulous considering you have eyes on the path, but the environment keeps changing as people are kind of moving things. Sorry I didn't have sorry do
So
sorry didn't
okay,
like that.
so there's still a rock slide going on outside. It sounds like, or is it just that everyone else moving around that's causing it to sort of shift and scooch?
There's a lot of loose rock. So the shift and scooch issue. Like there's still stuff on top of it. So when you move some of them, others, if you unsuccessfully move some of them, others just kind of fall into the crevices and the ever evolving battlefield, as one might say.
I see. I see. Okay. I think we're coming at this from the wrong angle, guys. I like obviously burrowing through it's going to be kind of difficult because this is super loose rock and it's wet because of the snow. Um, is there like a clear hole to the other side up top? Like, can't she see it?
Not from here.
Okay, like mostly because like the risks are suffocation slash if we start a fire, we'll choke ourselves. Especially if like there's no other way for the air to go.
I mean, you could still, I would say, you could still feel like air coming in. It's just you can't see it per se.
Okay.
So it's not like an avalanche where like the snow has sealed off any like pockets of air. It's more the rock has fallen.
Oh, rock slides are super dangerous. They also will.
They
You can
can,
tell
yeah.
I live in a place where. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. And no one else has been able to proceed much. Kozak has.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's what you ascertain with your 17.
So
And
she'll communicate this. Like doing it badly is actually worse than not doing it at all. Or more accurately, yeah, it is the same as not doing it at all. So persistence is unlikely to help us here.
yep,
So what is the right way to do it?
Look for the hole out and then dig. I'm trying to find it.
Well, I think I have the ability to take myself and one other person maybe to the other side of this blockage, but I don't know what we would do once we get on the outside.
haven't had to put
See,
them on
Maybe
the
we
battle
could
mat
dig
yet.
from the other side and meet in the middle.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, if we had a slightly more powerful spell, I almost would want to say like we want to block off the rocks from like falling further down, like knock over a tree or something. So it blocks off like a part of the hole permanently from having rocks fall into it.
Definitely something to consider. But let's see what Veldrin. I was going down the list. So what's Veldrin want to do in this situation?
He's gonna look for the hole.
Perception. So Veldrin, you wouldn't necessarily see a hole as much as try to guide yourself based on the airflow coming in, like which section seems to have more air coming in from. It is you're looking at the situation, you're at the cave entrance, and you've cleared a 5 foot, area in front of the cave. So you're at least there's at least 5 feet outside of the cave that you can get to. So, you'd have essentially left, right, forward, and I guess up is like the sort of directions that you would be holding your hands up to see like how much air is coming in from which side, and you're able to ascertain that there's definitely there's hope. You might be getting close. It's just a matter of perseverance and hopefully not failures. To
He would direct whoever else is looking for the hole to that area. Because it wasn't that he found it, he just knew like the general area it was in, right?
yeah, like you don't see an opening. It's just this side seems to have this much airflow. This side seems to feels like there's a little more air coming in from this side. So you can probably ascertain that the figure out which is the weaker side to go at, or the less buried, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then the success now falls to whatever Zed does. The tiebreaker. Because we've had 3 successes and 3 fails.
Let's see. Can I use sleight of hand instead of athletics?
And how would you try to use it?
Um, Probably in tandem with his mage hand. Noticing that this is almost kind of like a natural Jenga formation at this point, where we move one rock, and if it's the wrong one, another one falls into place. And um, so as Veldrin's kind of scanning this whole thing and pointing out, maybe move this one next. Zed would have his mage hand kind of support, I guess, nearby rocks so they don't, just immediately fall in. So we could, maybe it'll give us enough time to like move one and then get a hand back up and then, kind of make some progress that way. But he's trying to do this very carefully, not to disturb any of the other rocks and have them fall back into place.
Okay, so mage hand can carry a maximum of 10 pounds. Okay.
Yeah, it would only be there for kind of minimal assistance.
All right, do it up. All right. Is that your final answer?
Let's see. I think we decided that if I was going to use a lucky point, I'd have to declare it first, right?
Yes, you have to declare luck before the roll.
Okay.
A lucky point.
I'm going to use an inspiration and try and re-roll that.
Your odds of it being a success are higher.
Yeah. I'm also, if I use an inspiration and I'm re-rolling it, can I then also use a lucky point?
No, because the luck is before you make the roll.
Yeah, okay. Try again.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's not as good.
Anyway. Oh gosh.
Is that the final answer?
Another inspiration.
Well, actually, if they're
You
in the
said
mountain,
I could reroll again.
I mean, somebody gives you inspiration.
I'll give you inspiration.
Let's see. There we go.
Not that one.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So how are you feeling inspired and not being successful with the mage hand assistance, probably underestimating how much it can carry, but also, getting inspired by Veldrin, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume it's one of those things where Veldrin was,
That's the one I want.
used perception, so was kind of watching and pointing out that certain rocks, and it was like maybe at the last moment, Zed thought Vel was pointing out a certain one, and he went for the wrong one, and Vel was just like, no, the one next to it, that one's gonna fall. So then he
Yeah, I'm down to go with that.
Alrighty. So with that, the final and most important role of whether or not you were going to successfully get out of this situation. You managed to move rocks just enough to make a passage, and you see like the mage hand just barely holding, a couple of them in place. It's at first it's extremely tedious, it's extremely harrowing, and for just a moment you thought that that one rock was going to slip. But luckily, Velton said, no, not that one, this one. And as such, you managed to, in where people are moving rocks, you're more like kind of rolling them to the side, so it's like they maintain their foundational support while still being relocated. And there is a passage that people can crawl out of, but that still leaves one complication of getting the wagon out of there.
The wagon and the big bulky animal.
But at least you can get out.
Okay, but
It's
do we want to get out? I mean,
right, because
where's
it's nighttime still.
where's Bessie and Marlin? Are they outside?
Nope, they were in. Everybody was in the cave.
Oh, it's getting the cart out, not in. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Well, we're probably safe here for the night. Safer here than out there.
Not a bad idea. We
But
could
it's nice to know that we won't be smothered in here in this cavern in the night.
And in the night.
Well, it seems to me that we ought to go ahead and get out and set up a camp outside because far away from the opening, because there could be another avalanche, another cave in. And right now, while we've got a way out, we should take it because we don't know if there's going to be some more rocks falling or not.
Now that we have a passage, is it possible that Veldrin could listen and see if he could hear that big elemental moving around?
Oh, yeah, you can do a perception.
Okay.
Nope, you don't hear no thundering footsteps. just the occasional rock tumbling here and there.
Man, what I would give for like a wall of stone or something like that. Zedrin, any abilities that you're hiding from me?
Uh, yes,
Yes.
but none that pertain to this situation.
Rats, man. And she huffs. You're just setting me up for having to investigate this later, I hope you know.
Hoop hoop. Hoop, hoop.
So I understand what Sorry was saying. However, in all likelihood, this is probably the safest place that we could be overnight, and it's going to be the warmest. And in any case, we're going to have to move some more rocks to try and get the cart out. Now, if more rocks fall, it's going to be a tougher job, but it's not really changing much. I
I'm
kind of think
done.
that we should just stay here, and we could have our normal watches. If anything starts happening, obviously ground starts rumbling, whatnot. Might not be able to stop a rock slide, but we start waking everyone up and kind of having everyone alert. Otherwise, if we're gonna leave tonight and make camp outside, then we got to make room for old Bessie and the wagon.
Yeah. I'm good with sleeping here for now. We have a way out. In theory, we could try and prop it up with something so that we don't lose the hole we currently have. Oh, Marlin, didn't you bring a bunch of stuff?
Did you go back and talk to Marlon?
Oh, I figured, yeah, she'll
I,
loop back.
I don't think anybody went to get anybody else, so they've just been.
I would
Oh, I
say
figured everybody ran up there.
in the time that you guys were like making this passageway and everything, right? I've already set up a tent and it's cute and purple, and I've got like a dozen pillows inside. I'm in my pajamas, like I'm ready.
Yeah, Niavara trots back and she's like, hey, Marlin.
Yeah. What was all
You
that
alright?
commotion out there?
Well, the big scary thing, the elemental they told me you said, um, it may or may not have caused a rock slide that blocked off the entrance.
Well, dang.
Yeah, not great. We did manage to get a hole. Problem is it's not big enough for the cart or your Bessie. Do you have something we can like prop it up with? Like we can like probably like have another crack at it tomorrow morning when like things solidify a little bit. But I don't want to lose the hole that we have. You catch my drift.
I mean, how good are you at mining?
And then she's like, ah, ha, ha. See these little arms? They're kind of like noodly, but like I'm a drow. I have lived underground, so like 50-50, bad and good.
You know, little darling, I've seen people with arms as you call them, noodly as yours. They're some of the best people I've seen doing physical labor. I feel like you're
Wait,
underestimating yourself.
it's less I'm underestimating. I have gotten myself out of, binds. But like I can also recognize that you put Sorry next to me, and she's gonna pick me up and like while I'm trying to bench press one tiny little. I probably can't do 10 push-ups if I tried. Okay, that's a lie, but like, you understand what I'm saying. Sorry
Ah,
can do push-ups with me on her.
I see what you're saying. And he does like a finger gun and a wink. So what you're saying is you need somebody to teach you. Here.
Ugh.
And he ruffles through his bag of holding, and he hands you a mining pick, and then he ruffles through it and grabs one. See, this is a mining pick. I'm sure you know how to use it. Here, you know what? Just test it here on this wall here.
Oh, that's a bad idea. We've just had a rock slide, but okay. All right. Okay.
Well, I mean, we're nowhere near the rock sliding here.
Okay. Am I all right? So I'm going to use the mining pick. I'm guessing athletics.
Yep, give me an athletics.
Kill me.
This just
All right.
proves Niavara's story.
Okay, wasn't in that one though.
That's good.
So you hit the wall at like a weird angle. Like you practically don't even hit the wall. Like you swing, and it's like your depth perception is so bad, and it just like bounces, and he goes, and he like holds up a hand. He's like, "No, no, no, not like that. Here, you hit it like this. Watch." Oop, want to do that. And he goes to swing his pick at the wall, like kind of like instruction manual style, like training.
Mhm.
And Gumdra, they're making all sorts of noise in here while you're enjoying your pillows and nap time.
If y'all could keep it down just a little bit, some of us are trying to sleep.
Oh, that's so
And
funny.
and as you say that, like he looks at you like you distracted him mid swing. Meanwhile, Temporalis is sitting in like looks like a chair he shaped out of stone, and he has like little fruits over his eyes and like fruit slices like lime or something over his eyes and like ears
Lime?
plugged, and he's just like hands over his chest, just kind of like lazy chair style, lean, just chilling.
The haunting idea of limes over someone's eyes. That's actually one of the most
Mm-hmm.
vile things you could have said.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to drought culture, torture.
I'm happy that some things never change.
And then so Gumdra like woke up, it's like, can you keep it down? And Marlon's like, sorry, little lady, my apologies. Unless use one to try.
Yeah, Gumdra. Yeah, actually. And then, like, you see Miyavara smile at you, and she looks like a little bit, of a fiend. Yeah. I have a strange feeling that you're very good at putting your back into something to tear something down.
Oh, no, I'd be terrible at that sort of stuff.
Come here.
I mean, I'll give it a try. She comes out, she's in her pajamas at this point.
Yeah, Miyavara is also, for the humor of this, Gumdra, Miyavara is probably all of like 5 foot. Inanna was like, a sort of waifish 6 foot. There's a height difference here.
Yeah, Gumdra's about 7.5 feet tall.
Yeah, this is
Big,
a tiny
big
little
yak
drow
woman.
woman threatening you.
Oh, is she threatening?
No, insinuating. Ordering.
So, what do you need me to do?
Marlin, show off.
Wait, I didn't get that.
Marlin.
What about
we're
Marlin?
We're mining. Marlin, show her the ropes.
Oh yeah. And he hands Gumdra a mining pick. Well, it's an honor to show a celebrity one of the tricks of the trade. So you
Appreciate the reverence.
naturally,
Mm-hmm.
darling. So you take that mining pick and you swing it
I
right
got it.
there.
She's just gonna swing it randomly as hard as she can.
All right, give me the athletics.
That's a crit.
Oh my god.
All right. So, Gundra, man, you did not realize you had that amount of strength in you because you
Mm-hmm.
swing that pick with such force. Maybe, clearly not aiming for accuracy. You just said you just
Right.
swing as hard as you can. So that pick just jams into the wall.
Well, I
And
did it.
you would notice with your passive perception that there is a faint breeze coming through the point that you impacted.
Oh, there's something behind here. Isn't that fun?
Oh,
I'm gonna look at
wow.
Marlon and be like, what am I not good at? I can do basically anything, huh?
That's what I'm thinking, darling.
Don't
That's
worry,
why
old
the
Gumdra
crowd loves
Gumdra's
you.
gonna save the day. Mm-hmm.
So you swing some more, just like,
Yeah.
all right. So we're
Just
just
chipping away at
using
that hole that I already made.
Yeah, we're just gonna use the 20s to have you multi-roll it. So you chip away, and at first it was really tough, but I mean maybe not to you on that 20, but as you keep swinging, you pick away at it, and with the same gusto as before, confidence and gusto, and yeah, the wall actually starts to give way, and you can feel a temperature change as you are chipping just enough of a hole. We'll say we start with just a hole that you can actually see. Wait, do you have dark vision?
Nope.
So you're uncertain as to what's on the other side, but there is a thermal difference. It's warmer in there than it is out here. But you can't see anything because you don't have dark vision.
I'd like to cast the light cantrip on the pickaxe.
Okay, so you see it to the other side, and it opens up to another cavernous area.
So what was the point of doing this?
Well, I was showing the lady over here how to use a mining pick. The idea was gonna show how to use it so we can chisel our way out the entrance.
Well, we done chiseled our way into another set of caves, I guess.
Well, Gumdra, he puts his hands on his hips and kind of tips a cowboy hat. Looks like luck is on your side again.
It typically is. I'm gonna look at Niavara, smiling.
Well, this is a good thing, and there's a breeze through here, so it connects to the surface somewhere. Now, it is generally speaking bad praxis to go caving in an area you don't know about without, a surefire connection up. That is, in fact, how you go meet the little aberrations down in the pit of the Underdark and don't come back. Mom always said.
Well, maybe we should just sleep for the night and explore in the morning.
Was my thought. Although, thank you for the attempted, you know,
Rescue?
No, pep talk. There we go. Marlin. What do you mean, rescue? I'm fine. Thank you, though.
Oh, I just figured everybody was stuck until I got over here and started swinging.
Actually, like I said, there's a way out right now. It's just not big enough for Bessie in the wagon, which would be bad.
That is a conundrum. Maybe this way here could be big enough and it'd be a second exit. I mean, there's air coming out the end, and that means that there's probably surface that way, right? Air.
That is, yes. Problem
Still
is,
got to make it big enough for the wagon.
and do you know where it goes? And obviously the surface, but where? A cave is an alluring hole. But it is, how do I say, maddening. You can get lost in there and you can die.
We got anybody who's real good at exploring and being, sneaky like? No offense, but I got hooves. I can't sneak for nothing.
Oh, don't worry about that. We can fix that. I am a great sneak.
A great sneak.
I was trained in it my whole life.
Game.
But as for, mining, Kosik actually, dwarves. And you, apparently.
Well, I've never been accused of being stealthy, but I could explore a cave now and again.
Yeah, I would reckon so with that, stellar way through with that mining pick yourself, Kozik.
Oh,
But oh,
I blush.
sorry.
No, I'm blushing. Wow.
But if we're, setting up for the night, Niavara takes off her pack. Probably should set up.
Yep, some of us already in our jammy jams.
Well, I'll take first watch, or I'll be on the first team if it's like that.
Oh yeah, let's set up watches. I
Yeah,
will take
I
last
can take
watch.
first watch as well.
Who knows what could slither through these small entrances?
These dastardly little holes.
Yeah.
This deep shaft. Sorry, it was right there. It's been so long.
I'm gonna drop my
So yeah, I
pickaxe
guess
and go
it'll
back to
be.
bed.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
Plunk. It just falls on the. It rings out on the floor as you just drop it where it lays. Yawn. But yeah, I guess Zed and I will. We'll take first watch.
Vildren will join Niavara for third.
In the meantime, she's setting up her own little tent establishment. Much more Spartan than Gumdra's.
All right, so we got first watch. Anybody? What about second? I heard first and third. Just 2 watches.
Opal?
Yeah, Opal will take second watch.
All right. Second, third, 2. All right. So, I guess we'll start with the first watch, Rooney, of perception checks. As it is evening, it is cold out there, but it's not like a blizzard or a storm. So you have some safety and sanctuary here.
Okay. Okay.
Rolling. So you guys wouldn't notice anything going on. Like the rock fall hasn't resealed itself, so it's not like something's Yeah, like I said, there might be a pebble here and there falling at this point in the evening, but the gist of the environmental hazard has already, you know, gone through whatever it was gonna do. The event is complete. There we go. Them's the words I was looking for. Um, and I mean, yeah, people are sleeping. Temporalis has like, the lines over his eyes. Just yeah, like you know him to be a drow, so you know he doesn't sleep, but he does have like these like kind of like fluffy looking things in his ears as he's leaning back in a stone chair in a state of meditation, one might put it. But beyond that, nothing seems off. An uneventful first watch, as far as you're aware of.
Oh, and just to do something here, I'll go ahead and use my dwarven ability here and just kind of before leaving, just sort of like, is there any weird tremors going on out there?
Let's see, within a range of 60 feet.
So it is what it is, but
The stone can be natural or worked. You could use it as a bonus action. I would say yes. There are things that there is movement in stone.
I don't know what to make of it. I definitely
Or vibration.
let Zed know what's going on as I'm kind of, tentatively touching the walls of the cave and kind of listening. And yeah, I don't know what it means, but there's movement among the stones. Well, we'll have to be wary. I don't know what else to do.
And I would say you can discern like the movement of your party from other things, because Gum just probably snoring very loudly.
Okay, right.
um, did it sound like rhythmic? Like, was it potentially the footsteps of the big thing?
Yeah, do I know that, or is it just sort of
Ambient. So
it's
not really.
it's too gentle to tell. It's too the vibrations aren't strong enough, but nearby at these mountains are alive with something.
Right. Zed's gonna
Anyhow,
walk to the front of the cave where we came in, where the rockfall was. And does he still, I guess a couple things. Does he still hear that frequency that he heard earlier before we entered the cave?
Nope.
And he's gonna stand at the just kind of like the where this passageway is, and he's gonna send his raven out into just out of the cave and blink into the raven's eyes and have a look around, see if he can see anything.
Oh, great idea.
You want me to do
Uh,
another perception?
Yes.
Can I use a luck point on this?
If you declare before you make the roll.
I do declare.
What's a luck point?
It's a feat. Whenever
Oh,
I can give myself advantage on a d20, as
oh,
long as it's a certain amount of times a day, and as long as I
cool.
declare it before the roll. Yeah, it's pretty
Very
nice.
cool.
So I'll do that, and then perception
Sound of music.
advantage.
Oh, yes, Zed.
That's 2 20s.
Nice.
Yep, that's a double nat
Both
20.
both of those rolls are nat 20.
So even if it were at
Beautiful.
disadvantage, you'd have the same result.
Nice.
So you have the raven fly up and fly around, and with a natural 20, you would see those crystalline things have relocated. Obviously, not under rocks. They seem to spread out more, but they seem to have like clearly avoided getting caught in the rock slide. Um, and I would even say you probably spot one of them like moving, but it never reveals what's beneath the surface, so you just see like the crystal itself scooting across the ground, like, like it's just sliding across the ground. But
Okay.
you also notice that it's not leaving any trails in the snow as it does so.
Okay. And are they moving away from us or just kind of like moving around in the area?
They are just they're not moving that far is the thing, so eh?
Maybe it's just not constant. It's just like a little movement here and there.
Yeah. Like it's not like they're beelining away from anything, but they're also not
Okay.
moving fast enough that you're able to determine their intent.
Okay. Um. Awesome. Yeah. Otherwise, Zed'll probably just hang out. He'll bring the raven back to like where he's standing, and he'll hang out at the front of the cave until it's time for second watch.
All right.
Yeah. Opal just pops awake. Not even sleeping. Speaking of not sleeping, what about that crystal you you pointed out to me earlier? Anything weird happen in the night?
Oh well, the ones that were just right outside the cave. It seems like there's. It seems like they're creatures. Um. I don't know if the crystals are natural or maybe not actually crystal. I don't know, but um, I sent the raven out, and seems like there's a few of them out there, kind of moving around a little bit. But the odd thing is that it's almost like they're moving through the snow or the ground, as it were, and they're not uh, really obstructed by it or leaving any sort of trails as they move about. So tracking them might be difficult if they're just all of a sudden gone. But also kind of seeing what their intent is like it didn't look like they were scooting away from here as if they were in any sort of impending danger, but just kind of odd little sporadic movements out and about. I'm not sure if you could see them from here, but I don't know, maybe in the morning, if they're still around, we could try and
I'd like to take a
see.
look at them.
Yeah.
The
Something strikes
crystals
me as
curious.
themselves
familiar.
are moving out and about out there.
Well, they're like, there's something with them. I'm assuming that it's some sort of creature that's like burrowed underground, and that's maybe just, kind of like
Tail
a
end.
fin sticking
I
out
mean,
of the water from a shark or something like that.
Zed, if I may, if that
Aye.
was the case, you said they weren't disturbing the snow, right? Yes.
Yeah, that's what's odd.
Wouldn't they
Is
be disturbing the snow if it was a shark fin?
well, yeah, and that's why it is a bit odd because it's not. It's as if they're burrowed, I don't even know if the crystals are really connected to anything, but they are moving around.
Hmm.
The only thing I can really picture is like a shark swimming at the surface. But to your point, yeah, you see ripples off the water, and you know there'd be, for lack of a better term, a bit of a trail. Yeah, these aren't making that though. And when they were real close to the entry of the cave, I heard this odd sort of noise. It was not like a ringing. It wasn't even. It was kind of like a humming, but it was just a certain note that was very, very low. Just almost if you don't focus on it, you wouldn't hear it, sort of thing. But now I don't hear that, and I'm thinking that that has something to do with those things, whatever they are.
Hmm. Very interesting. Well, thank you, Zed. I think you can get to bed if you need to.
Yeah, it has been a bit of a long day. Maybe that's why I'm seeing crystals move around on the snow.
No, I wouldn't say that you're going insane or sleep deprived, though you're definitely one of those two things.
Yeah,
I think that I mean, Zed, you walk around with a walking crystal all of the time. Or, well, for a
yeah.
while. You have been for a while now.
Hey.
Something did strike me. You know,
A
don't you have
flying one
flesh and
too.
blood under those?
Well, yeah. I'm the only other sort of, well, like living crystal thing that I'm really familiar with is little one. So, and a bit of irony. Um, Now he wasn't in the snow per se, but he was on a crashed airship that was in the snow. And there was a massive, like crystalline dragon that was buried under the ice. So,
I mean, I do recall that. You've told me about it. I think we did go back there, didn't
right.
we?
Hopefully, there's not, well, if they are little dragons, hopefully they're friendly like little one. But, yeah, it didn't seem like they were paying us any attention.
And Zed, I was trying to imply myself. You walk
Oh,
around
right.
with a
Yeah.
literal walking crystal.
Yeah.
Something did strike me as familiar. I don't know. Kozak, are you awake?
Yes, yes.
Hmm. I am incredibly curious as to what they are. Maybe a bit more study is a necessary thing to see what they really are. If they're something like me, then they're sentient.
Right. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't just go walking off in the middle of the night, but, and if you are so inclined, at least take someone with you or wake us all up.
Fair enough. Though I don't think there's going to be any mountain predator that could necessarily just yoink me into the night. At least, hopefully.
Of course. Of course not.
Actually,
Right.
you know what? The laugh brings a great point. You're right. Never mind.
Surely nothing could challenge you out there
Oh,
in
I'm
the
not saying
mountain light.
something couldn't challenge me. I'm saying something might not just yoink me into the air for me to never be seen again.
Oh,
Well,
that's nice. I'll have pleasant dreams. Ha ha ha.
right. On that note, Zed's gonna go lay down. And or was anyone else doing second watch? I mean, he would wake up whoever else was.
I don't think it, so I think Opal's just doing it alone.
All right. Well, yeah, Zed. Zed'll go lay down, but he'll probably have the Raven. Well, the Raven's not gonna sleep, so he'll just have the Raven up and alert.
All right. So y'all's two first watch go to bed, and then Opal. What's Opal doing?
Aside from looking out towards where those crystals were, she's pondering to herself, wondering, are those things like her? Are they just something in the same classification? Hmm. How far away would they be at this point, DM?
Good question. You're in the cave. You can't see him.
Hmm. Opal looks back. Everybody's sleeping. She's gonna go to the edge of the cave.
Okay. So the edge of the rock fall or avalanche.
Hmm.
Okay. You look outside and it's still a little snowy.
Sorry. Can I see them?
Give me a perception.
Yep. I don't even have an inspiration.
You could use mine that I just got. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Zedrin. Ah, 8, 7. Thank
All
you
right.
anyway, Zed.
Is that your final answer?
I mean, I got nothing.
Do you need a do you need an inspiration?
It could be
Are you
juicy.
offering?
Yeah, I used my inspiration. Go ahead, Opal.
22.
Nice.
There we go.
With a
A
22,
reversal.
Yeah,
you
that'll tell us something.
definitely can see one nearby as it is meandering about
One
just outside the
crystal
cave.
creature
Yep.
or one of those
Uh,
big things? A crystal creature.
Are they making, like, with her perception, is she able to hear the noise that Zed was talking about earlier?
yes. Well, I guess for you, you feel it more than anything because it's a vibration, and it
Hmm.
seems it's a resonance. So you can hear it, but because of your composition, you can also feel it, and it feels the resonation. The resonance feels very not familiar, but familial.
Hmm.
You know, Opal will take a stab at it. Uh, Speaking in, I'm just gonna double check this before I make a fool of myself. Primordial Terran specifically? Are you crystals alive? Or am I just speaking to nothing?
There is no response in primordial,
Ah, damn.
but
All other. Huh?
but there is a faint shift in resonance.
Huh. Hmm. Is that a yes or a no? And that is a question directly pointed at the crystal.
Resonance changes.
Opal, there's a very important question you have to ask.
And that is Veldrin.
You have to ask it to show you what a yes sounds like.
Hmm.
Because
Oh.
you won't know if it's a yes or a no if you don't know how it's communicating.
Hmm. Make the frequency higher if it's a yes.
The frequency increases.
I see. So you understand me. That's very interesting. Now then, little one, are you like me? And Opal will like deliberately like knock on her own leg to make it clear that she's not fleshy.
So the frequency goes into the like a midpoint frequency.
I'm assuming you mean you are in the way that we're made of similar stuff, but not in the way that you're not like me, somebody who was raised by a human. Or, well, especially somebody who isn't walking around on two legs like one.
Its frequency remains unchanged.
Hmm.
And are you keeping a distance from it, or you like walking up to it and?
Well, now saying that this thing can respond yes and no and neutral, Opal will approach it.
Okay.
Hmm. Questions. Hmm. Oh, shoot, I don't have a lot of questions in mind that can be answered yes or no. Hmm.
It starts to move closer towards you.
Do you have any intent on harming me? I doubt that since I was close enough to you earlier.
A low frequency.
Okay, that's good. Are you curious about everybody here?
Hmm. I would say both frequencies, and then just kind of middles out eventually.
Hmm.
Yeah, because that was a multifaceted question.
Shoot, running out of questions.
And it moves closer to you. Like it's not moving very quickly.
I mean, it did. You know what? I'll do an insight check. I'm going to insight this rock. Opal doesn't want to be suddenly like chomped on by a rock shark.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
thought from Zed has influenced her thoughts.
but you said nothing could possibly carry Opal away.
Then I remembered we're in D&D and we're not just working with mountain lions. If it was a mountain lion, Opal wouldn't have too many problems. She's 400 pounds, and those things would at least make a lot of noise trying to carry her off.
All right, so you're trying to insight.
Trying to detect if this thing is lying to me in some way, or is being dishonest, or has any hostile intent. That's an 11.
That's uncertainty. Middle ground.
Hmm.
You've never interacted with something like this before, so you don't really know what its intentions could even be. So now at this point, you're only working on a gut feeling. What's your gut feeling?
Her gut feeling is interest. But there's also a couple of other gut feelings that are anxiety and I don't want to disappear into the night. I definitely don't want people to have to put me to get back together like a puzzle. That would not be fun. Hmm. Why are you trying? God, all of these are yes or no questions. And Opal will just back up a bit. Hmm. You know, I do find myself a bit worried. Are you some sort of creature? Is there something else under that crystalline structure that you're hiding yourself under?
There's a high frequency.
That is worrying. And You know, I've enjoyed this little conversation. I think I'm gonna go back inside. Uh, I'll probably be back. And she'll just walk back into the cave, reuniting
Okay.
with her friends.
So when you backed away, it would have stopped.
Oh, wait, it just stopped when Opal started backing away?
Yeah.
Huh.
What stopped the humming?
No, the creature stopped moving towards Opal.
Oh,
And
oh, okay.
Opal's going to go shake Sorry awake. Hey, hey, hey,
Yeah. What's up? What's up? Oh,
can I borrow you for a second?
yeah, yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, come with me.
All right. What you need?
Opal is leading Sorry back out. Uh, the crystal's still there? Still
Yep.
chilling?
I mean, it's slowly moving away as you had left.
Alright, if it attacks me, I don't know, stab it. Uh, Opal is actually going to touch the crystal.
And how can I help you?
If it attacks me, stab it. That is all.
Right. Okay, I'm ready. Sorry, pulls out her tough little blade in her belt.
So as Opal moves to approach it, it stops. And you stick out a hand and you touch the old crystal Aruni.
Hmm.
And there is a moment where like you feel your hand like the frequency and resonance seems different. Like it seems like you and it have two different uh frequencies that you function at. But the the longer you keep your hand on it, the more and more those frequencies start to get in tune. Maybe not necessarily you doing it, but maybe it trying to find a middle ground. And you can give me an arcana to see if you can resonate with
16.
it. To which you
16.
can. So it's almost like two entities trying to find a middle ground in communication. It's just the difficulty is finding that perfect bandwidth between the two to meet that similarity. And you had your hand on it, you kind of feel like the vibration and you start to move. You try to adjust yourself both in the physical but also the arcane, and it is through that there is proper communication. Hello, hello, hi, hello.
Hello. Who are you? I'm assuming you're the crystal I'm touching.
Yep, I am me. Me.
And who? If you have a name, what is it?
Uh,
Ah, yes, the dreaded question for a DM. What's your name?
I was. What's a name?
Hmm. You know what? I'll make it simple. My dad wasn't creative, so I might as well carry on that trait. What kind of what kind of crystal are you? I
I
could
am.
just call you Crystal.
I am me.
You know what? I'll call you Crystal for the time being.
Okay, Crystal. That's me. Haha.
So, what are you and your little buddies?
I am me.
Hmm.
What are you? You're not us.
Hmm. Might have something to do with where it was formed. Volcano, you know. A bit more unstable
Ah.
than snowy mountains.
Oh. So you also rock person.
Yep.
Oh.
Also, I just imagine Sari is watching Opal touching this crystal, talking to herself. Uh,
Well, it looks like it's going well though, so that's good.
and Opal will like snap back to reality for a moment and just go, "Oh yeah, these guys are like me, similar but different."
Well,
Oh yeah.
I only know one of you. There are two of us here.
I guess they're. I guess I never really got to look around the rest of the volcano I was found on. I guess I looked like you guys a bit more before I
Maybe?
was made into this. Hmm.
Well,
And
there's me,
DM,
and
how
then
big are these
there's.
crystals?
Oh, these
Sorry.
are as big as you, if not bigger.
Huh.
Oh, dang. Big guys.
Because it's just crystal. It's just like crystalline formations. Well, I am me. You are you, and they are them. But they down there.
They are them?
Yeah.
Others that you haven't talked to?
No, we talk all time.
Hmm.
See? Come on. Don't be shy. And you see the crystal start to lift off the ground. And before you, a creature made of stone, completely of stone, bipedal, stands up, and the crystal's still on its back. And basically, you get the gist that this is some kind of a stone elemental.
Oh,
Rock
you really
elemental.
weren't lying. There really was a bigger guy under you, huh?
Us.
You're both your own distinct person,
Yep.
just connected to this guy. Huh.
Frequencies. Well, what is frequency? Why I know that word?
Resonance,
Jiggly.
connection.
We jiggle together.
Ah, yes. Uh, the the collective communication of all things made out of stone jiggles. Hmm.
Just like we jiggle with you now. We all jiggle together.
Huh. Well, it is very nice to meet you guys. I never thought I would meet another person. Oh well, I don't know why. Guess I have already met a few of us. Just out here in the wild, though? Didn't see that coming.
Yeah. We enjoy the mountains. There's lots of rocks. We're made of rock. It's like home. I like home. Yep,
Well, your
see?
home is quite
Jiggles.
nice. Huh. Hey, sorry, you got any questions for the interesting for the crystal and rock elemental?
Well, suppose I'm wondering, is this its home? Does it stay like in this place all the time, or does it move about? Is it more stationary, or does it move about and wander? And yeah, are we in its home?
I'm assuming you guys understood her, considering you understood me. Or do I need to translate?
They jiggle weird.
You didn't understand her, did you?
Kinda. No.
I mean, you guys did say that this is your home, so I guess we can say yes. Sorry, it is their home. Do you guys move around? How far do you typically go in these mountains?
Everywhere. We jiggle with other jigglers.
Have you ever left? Tried to see the world?
This is the world. We're seeing it.
I guess that is true. But I meant outside of the mountains. Further beyond. Like I have. And I do have to say it's been interesting.
Uh. Oh.
What did they say to you? You kind of faded out for me.
Home? We stay in
Hmm.
Jiggly area.
Hmm. Yeah. I guess I'm just a bit of an abnormality for our kind then. I guess
Maybe.
that not a lot of us really walk around everywhere, do we?
Why leave home? Home's safe.
Eh, in all, in all truth, I found my home a bit boring. Everything staying the same all the time. Found a need for adventure. But that's just me.
Sounds dangerous. No thanks.
Oh, you have no idea. But to each their own. Well, now that I know you guys can talk, and that you have no ill will towards us, I think I'm gonna get back to watching my group. Make sure nothing bad happens to them.
Are
Okay.
they okay that we're staying here? Are they okay we're in their home?
Oh yeah, you guys all right with us staying here for the night, for the time being?
We get jiggle with it.
They're okay with it. They're
All right.
jiggy with it.
Great, Jiggy, okay. All right, I like it.
Alrighty. Well, good night, Crystal. Good night, Rock Golem.
Good night.
We don't. None of us sleep. I don't know why I said that. Later.
Well,
Okay. Bye. And the rock elemental just, melds into the ground as if and like it's undisturbed as it melds into the ground. Just like, water being poured into a pot kind of melting. And then the crystalline creature, moves away, but not before stopping. And there's another resonance. Oh, and watch out for uh really jigglies. They really jiggle. Okay, bye.
Wait, violently jiggle?
Really jiggle.
Like, shatter you kind of jiggle.
Really jiggle. Okay, bye.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so sorry for waking you up, sorry. But I guess
oh,
I got
not
some
a problem.
information for us.
Right? No, it's
Uh,
great. It's not a problem. I was just meditating.
oh wait, I guess you are an elf, aren't you?
Right.
Huh. Well, I guess we have to keep an eye out for something. Something big, something mean. Something similar to an opal. Her face will contort just a bit. Us? But a lot more
Wait,
violent.
wait, what? Why are we looking out for something like that?
It was just the warning they gave us. Something
Oh,
that
did they?
really jiggles.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, I wonder if it's like one of those creatures we saw when we first got here.
Definitely could be. Those
Although
things
they
that
said they weren't that violent if they kept to themselves. Maybe they've got a different relationship with the rock people, though. They just don't understand each other.
I mean, considering they communicate through vibrations, something that vibrates things a lot might not come across as entirely friendly to them, would it?
Right. Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we'll keep our eyes peeled, as they say.
yep. And we'll inform people in the morning.
Alrighty. So, you guys head back in and wake up the last two, the
Yep.
Myval family.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So you guys wake up Veldrin and Niavara. Speed through this because we're almost out of time.
All right, you two, wake up. Veldrin, Niavara, or Nana, get up.
I think it's Niavara
No,
now.
she's Niavar now.
Oh, she's Niavara now. Ah, well, good thing everybody's asleep for that fuck up.
Oh my gosh, don't worry about it. Listen, I go back and forth all the time.
Which is why I'm always surprised when you get a bit snippy at me about it. Regardless, talked with the rocks. Or well, the crystals. They're chill. They're nice. We understand each other.
That's the most ominous thing you could have possibly said, you know?
What? I'm a rock. They were rocks. Or they are rocks.
I'm the Lorax and I speak for the trees type statement.
One day you will rejoin the earth, and you will be one of us too.
You think I'll rejoin the earth, huh? I'm just bones.
Yeah, and what do bones eventually become under the right circumstances? Hmm?
Apparently they, decide to sprout legs and become, a random child somewhere. Obviously, weren't you listening to Temporalis?
I mean, I guess that's kind of the literal case for me. But ignoring that.
Well, no, also for me. The
But
Traveler, and she holds up the symbol. It's bones, babe. I also made a joke there.
regardless, for both of you, the rocks gave us a warning. Something that causes a lot of vibrations. Maybe not necessarily nice to deal with. Anyways, night.
Good night.
If you have questions, I'll always be listening.
I'll walk a little bit further. Good night.
Good night. Aren't we getting up? Yeah, aren't we
No,
supposed to be
we're
waking
the last
everyone up?
watch.
This is the third watch. We had
Oh,
8.
okay. All right. Right.
At this
Okay.
point in time, it's like, 4 or 5 in the morning.
Oh, gotcha.
So, like, for last watch. And Niavar will go put a hand on Veldrin.
And then suplex him.
No.
He gets up.
Alright. Last watch. Opal said that the rocks are saying things.
I also was wondering because Gumdra knew Dale and it was different from the one that you knew. If maybe this was one of those situations that Temporalis had talked about where there's the different worlds.
Oh, that's horrible. I'm listening, though.
It could be that either we are in Gumdra's world or somehow Gumdra's entire town made its way here.
Okay. Gumdra killed someone.
I picked up on that.
Oh, damn. I thought I was gonna, reveal it with, like, a whole twist and a laugh. Oh, well. We gonna do anything about it, or are we just gonna let it lie? Because I think it's both are funny.
Her killing someone?
Just like confront her about it. Killing people is bad. In theory.
Said Niavara.
In the
Said
dead of night.
Niavara to Veldrin.
Yeah, it's in the dead of night. No one can hear me.
Mm.
She's speaking in undercommon.
What is going to be the benefit of confronting her about it? We are here in the mountains. It is cold, and if she takes things badly, I could imagine she would try to steal much of our supplies.
I know that. I guess it's more that person's house that we were cleaning. She definitely killed. I'm willing to bet you that she killed them. So that's someone from their community that they're now missing. I don't know. I agree with you not confronting her directly. I guess it's more like, you know? I know it has to be, it feels strange coming from me, doesn't it?
But also, what are we going to do about it? We tell her we know she killed someone, and what?
Make it right.
How?
You see her deflate a little. I don't know. Do you want to go talk to the rocks?
I guess so.
All right, I'll go pray. I have a feeling that my gods set me on a little. I think this was a little trick put up by them, but oh well.
I was wondering if this was the good thing or the bad thing.
Confront something, I guess. You know, I didn't end up praying because I was hungover.
That seems a bit fickle to be punished simply because you skipped a day.
But was I punished, or are they trying to show me something?
It depends on whose perspective.
Exactly. So, you go talk to rocks. Genuinely, look, that's what druids do, right? This is you coming into your craft, connecting with the earth, right? Earth
I
and
don't think
source.
it's unique to druids. If Opal can do it.
Opal is a rock. Did you not realize that?
And we all talk to her.
She's a special edge case, let's say. Go have fun. Connect to the earth. Become the Lorax. Good luck.
Become the Lorax.
She sort of scampers off. She will do the quick little, run around the cave, double check the cave entrance, etc. Double check around the new hole as well.
All right.
Strange smells.
So you can give me a perception, and what's Veldrin doing?
Veldrin's gonna go outside to go talk to those rocks.
All right.
Become the Laura.
There is one outside still. Well, I guess it depends on if you could. Give me perception. Can you find one? I guess would be the important question. Yeah, okay, so you'd find one. They meander very, very slowly.
Is there anything that I have to do to be able to, like, hear them now?
Um, I mean, how you trying to listen to them? Or communicate with them, I should say.
With speech.
All right, so you walk up to one and talk at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
My friend said that you can talk.
Give me an Arcana check.
Ooh.
There's a faint hum in the air.
Can you hum in a way that shows me yes?
There is a higher frequency humming. I don't know if Opal ever told you the frequency, the
She
frequency
did not.
translation chart.
Opal did not. Opal is still, vibing. I mean, they never asked.
Does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask the rocks? No one?
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like out of character, do you want to give me something to ask them?
Oh goodness. No, I guess not. I mean, do they mean well? They don't mean us any harm. I guess we knew that, right? Or we figured that out.
They could also be liars.
I don't know, ask them what they eat. How about that?
Do you eat
There
the
is
rocks?
there is a low hum.
Is that a no?
Yeah, that's a no. They do not eat.
OOC, that's
Oh
a
wow.
no. In character, Veldrin has no idea what that means.
Well, he got that high pitched is yes, so he's assuming low pitch is no.
Yeah, we'll go with that. It's fine. Lying rocks. How dare they lie to me?
Do you know what is inside of this cave?
Let's see. In a yes or no situation, middle, it'd be a yes and a no. It'd be a high pitched and a low pitched in the middle.
Could you help us navigate our way out?
Definitely a low pitch there.
Is it dangerous?
It switches to a high pitch.
Deadly?
Middle pitch.
Is it going to take us a long time?
The frequency remains unchanged at middle.
Do you know anyone that could help us?
Hmm. It would stay in the middle.
Do you know what kind of dangers we should expect?
Does it know what kind to expect? It would be a high pitch, yeah.
Are they natural dangers?
It remains at high.
What about creatures?
It remains at high.
Are there any creatures with sentience, like dwarves or something?
It would remain at high. Referencing them, though.
Is this going to make us go further away from Chronosis, or would we get closer by taking this cave?
Middle pitch. It has no idea what the hell Chronosis is.
That wasn't a yes or no question.
No, he's saying if by taking this cave would we get farther
Yeah.
away or closer?
You have to ask one at a time, I think.
Yeah. So would it bring us closer to Chronosis to go through this cave?
Middle pitch.
Anybody have questions?
It's a lie detector test. Well, yeah, those are yes or no's.
Not
Would
not
we
this
tend
time. I don't know.
would we tend to run into this dangerous creature by going through the cave?
Well, they did say that it was dangerous and potentially deadly to go through the cave.
Oh, they did say that. Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Great. Then why are we going through the cave? What's that about?
Here. Would we be able to dig our way out?
Question mark. So middle.
Is the slide going to go again?
Is it? It doesn't. No, so middle.
Okay.
Mm.
Is the cave our only way out?
Low pitch. As you were
Is
standing in
the
front
other
of the
way?
entrance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but it's caved in.
No, we've got a small way out. There's already an opening. We can get
Well,
out.
he's meaning like thinking about a wagon.
Yeah, but how could that wagon have? I mean, it's so unlikely that the passage through the cave would be, wide enough to take that wagon. It doesn't seem like either direction the wagon's going to get
Hmm.
out. It's almost like we have to leave the wagon behind, which is a conversation for the morning when everyone's awake. So
Is the path that is not through the cave safer?
Middle.
So they are equally dangerous.
no, not what he said.
Middle.
The middles don't know. Was that right? Don't know.
Yeah.
Can't say.
There's yes, no, and there's maybe.
Okay. I think that's good questioning.
They communicate through vibration.
Am I missing anything that's important to you guys?
Yes, I
sure.
cannot sit anymore. I have to go soon.
Hmm. You'll figure it out, Nature Boy.
All right, is that all the questioning for him?
Yeah.
All right, Crystal. So as you complete that line of questioning, it begins to meander off ever so slowly. And as it does so you go back in and wake people up for the morning.
Yes.
All right. So, as you do that, Neovar, you've completed your daily ritual, and who you choose to worship will be who you choose to worship. However, with your 26, you could definitely hear the sounds of something moving about on the other side of that wall.
Oh, damn it.
Uh, it's after everybody's woken up and whatnot, and you guys are about to, there's still some drowsy-eyed people waking up, but you definitely hear some movement on the other side of the wall. And what that represents, we'll have to find out next time.
Dun dun. Okay.
Right.
Man, someday maybe we'll get to Chronosis. But the way there
Probably
is
indeed.
fun.
Nice.
For
Yeah.
you, not for
Nice
sorry.
sense of. Yeah.
Sorry, sense of
What?
what?
I was just gonna say a nice sense of place for this this little encounter and in these caverns that we've been in, hiding
Yeah.
from the snow. That's it.
Yeah, you can really see it, feel it. Yeah.
Alrighty. So with that, we will wrap it up there. Ooh. Thanks for playing. All right. So that was a lot of fun, fun. Oh shoot! I gotta get the VOD uploaded before I forget. Yeah. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. For those of you, I'm gonna see if I can do this super quick. For those of you on the Ubles Tubles, we do this over on Twitch, Twitch TV/Cube222. We go about 3 hours, give or take. Usually take or give the one that goes over every Tuesday. So we start at 7:30 Pacific. Um, yeah, it's pretty fun. I just remembered that I did not get the VOD from last week uploaded, so I will do that like right now. My apologies. It's been an interesting week. So, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, or whatever it is in between for you. And hopefully we'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Second game, the other game I run every week, uh, Wednesdays at 5:30 Pacific. Roughly the same amount of playtime. Um, yeah. So yeah, with that being said, remember, remember, stay good to yourselves, stay good to others, and do your best to keep an open mind. Because you never know when it's time for an adventure. Anyway, yeah. Hope you guys have a good one. Hope you guys enjoy the show. For those of you on the Ubles Tubles, like I said, primarily I'm on Twitch, but maybe someday I can do a dual stream. But until that day, it will not be today. So I will see. Well, anyway, I will bid you all adieu, and as such, until next time, fare thee well, adventurers. Fare thee well.